All right, folks, it's early. It's early, so I want to get this done and out of the way while well, I don't know if I'm smart, but at least I won't be super tired. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is get this dude, get him over there, and get him back towards 4th Panzer. Let's see. I want to continue moving the 18th Army up this peninsula and capturing things. We want our headquarters in close for good support. And I think that's going to be good. If we have a look in here, okay, we'd probably be able to see that they're entrenched and whatnot, but we haven't fought them yet. We are way over. So I'm going to turn that fella off. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so we've driven them out of that city at a relatively low cost. That's alright. Ooh, we might be able to... Yeah, that's fun. If we could spread these guys out a little more, that's better. I want them spread out more towards Riga. But this is a chance to cut them off. So we like that. That's Hugo's group. We'll get them. I think that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but what can we attack them with? I'm gonna make that fight. We're twice as powerful as they are. We might break something. Oh, we just... So that turned out to be a good choice there. We didn't get hurt, and we just wiped out the rest of them. Maybe they surrendered. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna move them in as much as I can. Can you move? No. You're out. You got a little bit more energy. No, I'm gonna stick together. I might move the headquarters up, though. Just the one. Okay. So that takes care of the greens. If you don't know, I host a show called the Cold Star Project. It's named after the company, Cold Star Technologies. And I interview folks from the space industry and also national security folks, officials, sometimes subject matter experts, technologists, people like that. Because that's the business that I'm in, and I need to get to know those people, and a show is a very good way of, yeah, I'll fight that fight. I'm gonna lock all these guys off, of getting to know these folks, and it's a great door opener. So if you want to see what that's like, I recently interviewed Nick Chalan, who is the past chief software officer, for the United States Space Force. Yes, that's a real thing, and Air Force. And we talked about the problems of national security with China and the problems with TikTok. I don't know if you guys know, but TikTok is the devil. It's owned by the Chinese, and they are doing a lot of propaganda with it that I think Americans don't really know about, and in their rush to make money, they are shoving content onto this thing. And it's... if you think Facebook is bad, it's worse. But Nick can explain it a hell of a lot better than I can. What they're doing in terms of grabbing content. And I want... yeah, that's what I was thinking. I want somebody to attack from there so I get a little bit more. See, now it's 500, right? 400. Okay. All right. So we just wiped out 26,000 of our enemies. So we don't have much fuel left. I'm going to do any free moves I can. Move people this way to the east. You could go there, but I don't want you to. Now now's the time to start thinking a little bit about what kind of disposition do I want. That's cool. That should keep headquarters safe. We do have a hole here. If they were suddenly to pour out of Riga and come down into our flanks here, that would be a problem. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a few people left up here. I'm not even sure they're occupying Windau. They probably have somebody at Riga. But yeah, that's the second time I've had Nick Chelan on the show. It was a year since the last time I'd had him on, and he had quit working for the government at that time. And we'd had a good conversation about that because it's very frustrating, as you can imagine, with a lot of red tape. Purchasing things for the military in the United States is quite a burdensome thing, and that's something I personally would like to do something about, get involved in. I'm being the process guy, and I'm not the only one who has said so. If you look at the company website, past two-time DARPA program manager Dr. Gordon Ressler has said it as well, that I ought to be in charge of this kind of thing. So if you're curious about what this Jason guy is about and what he's working towards, that is a major part of it. Having a voice in that that field. Okay, so there's this group we want to knock out, this group we want to knock out, and we do want to get to that, but we'll begin with this because that's the easy target. So there's 48 of them in there. I'm going to leave the infantry alone because we'll just do this with panzers. They tend to not mix very well with armored or mobile units. Can I get you around the back? Nope. Okay, what about you? So we're going to leave the 9th Army folks where they are. I'm not going to move the headquarters yet. What are we doing for fuel? 10K? Okay, this is... Yeah, this is more than I wanted to do. Okay. That's good. We'll just... Whoa. We're always over, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, kill that. Nothing. Yeah. Huh? They still took out some tanks. That's annoying. Can we get you across? Yes, we can. Alright. So I want 9th Army advancing in this general direction, up northeast here. Can you get anywhere? Not really. Okay, there's nobody else hidden in there. And I want... Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to try and not use 9th Army units in the destruction of this stack. That's my cunning plan. Let's get Das Reich up there. And let's see what happens when we use 4th Army and these guys. That helped. That helped a lot. We're still way overpowered. What do we need? 100? So we want to be at like 200, 300, something like that. Okay, so Das Reich didn't hurt. I'm going to dial back on... Oh, wait, I thought I was not using those guys. Okay. 10th Panzer? Yeah, that works. Yeah, we didn't lose anybody, and we took out 17,000. Okay. So the reason for that was I want these guys free to get the heck out of there and join their brethren moving to the northeast. Alright, and everyone is moved, so I'm going to move headquarters up to there. Generally in the middle. Once again, you can see your concentric hex circles of influence. You don't want them going out, your army units, you don't want them going out beyond the range of the orange. Or they'll be out of communication and they will scream and yell and there will be a problem. And you will be penalized. Okay, I want you, yeah. Okay, well, that's no good. That's the wrong direction. Okay. Get you to go around. No, I'm gonna get you to stay right there. How much is that costing me? 60? Okay, so I might not move Das Reich. Wow. Now remember, killing... Forget it. Killing enemy columns is key here, right? So I'm going to even... What do we got here? 68. I'm able to attack with 276. Mixed 2nd and 3rd Panzer. We're going to do it. And that did get us a few guys killed, but we took out another 10,000. Can you guys advance? Yep. Anytime we can take advantage. That's not bad. But better. Oh boy. We are way behind over here with our headquarters. That was an opportunity right there. If you guys watched, I got a free, or well, basically free, $1 a month subscription to Peacock on Thanksgiving to watch the Thanksgiving Day parade with my girlfriend. She wanted to watch it. I was like, yeah, this is the cheapest thing ever. And they've had some decent shows on there. One of them being this British thing hosted by a Scotsman. His accent's hilarious. So they brought over all these Americans to try and win money on this show, and it's like the werewolf party game where there's a few traitors and then the rest of the groups are loyalists, and the traitors get to decree that somebody's killed every night, and the rest are busy trying to figure out who is a traitor and expel them from the group. So you've got 2 people being removed a day from the group, and then they do challenges during the day, and it was a lot of fun. And I have to say I was shocked, although I shouldn't have been, by the groupthink and the ease at which just like a tide of hysteria would take over, and the false dichotomies as well of like, well, it has to be Jason or this other guy and that's it, and there's like 10 other people there that could be possibilities, right? But nobody talks about that. So it's very enlightening as to how fast and how easily people are squeezed into false dichotomies, false choices, that it has to be this or that, and who the enemy is, and also the people who spoke up the most, whether they were good or bad, it didn't matter. They were the ones who were targeted. You must be bad if you spoke up, because it means you had an agenda. So I'm disturbed about society. If that was a microcosm, there were a couple of fairly smart people there, and the lady who won was a total INTJ. If you follow the Myers-Briggs thing, mastermind, she was awesome. I was so happy for her to win, and the twist at the end was really good. Now that I've spoiled it for you, but if you get a chance to watch the host with his accent of mergers and dollars, it was quite amusing. So I'm never quite sure what to do with the Pripyat here. It's awful. I'm going to move 2nd Panzer along slowly. I don't like it. And I've moved 4th Army up here. We can't quite engage yet. I do want 4th in the swamp, though, because they can move around anywhere in here. It's probably a best spot for you. So 2nd Panzer's probably not going to do a whole lot now. We want them coming up to Minsk from the bottom in my strategy, and 3rd coming down from the top. here, where they can just fall on Minsk. And Villainous here, it'll take care of itself. The Ninth Army, is that what it is? Yeah, we'll take care of that on its own. But they might get a unit or two helping from 3rd Panzer. So my job is to just keep advancing. That's a very tempting target right there. All right, I'll occupy that spot. How are we going? Yeah, we burned a lot of fuel. But I just want to get guys into position where we're not too spread out. It's pretty bad right now because we've got the mobile units up here and then all the infantry down in Welcome to the Swamp. You guys remember that from the old Kia commercials? That's what I think of every time. Everything is associated with everything else in the CNC brain. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Problem with thinking that you're doing well in this game. Just because you knocked a few enemy units around, right? It's just not true. That puts them right on the edge down here, but I'm not really using them except as blocker units for any Pripyat Soviets trying to get up that way and cut off our supply line and stuff like that. So I'm more interested in the fighting up here. What is Das Reich doing? Where can you go? Is that worth it? It's 5% of our fuel. I don't know. I don't think we want to move people unless we have a really good idea where they ought to be. I want to keep 2nd Panzer below this river. What do we got here? Just out of curiosity. Okay, I'll make that attack. We outnumber them by 2. Now, you guys, if you follow your history, you know that Heinz got here by August, I think, and like half his panzer forces were depleted by then, just with the wearing of it. And it's only, Smolensk is only like halfway, maybe a little more than halfway. It's certainly halfway from Minsk to Moscow. And as I mentioned last turn, the rail hub here, right? Even this map really doesn't show you really what the intensity of that rail line is like around there. The whole city's just a giant circle. So we want 3rd Panzer crashing like a wave on top of Minsk, going around it, and then doing the same thing to Orsha. I really wish this river wasn't here. It blocks that from happening. And then we're coming up with 2nd Panzer underneath. It's not so critical that we capture these bridges, but we do need to rebuild them as soon as possible to get our supply chain continuing. What do we got here? These are a bunch of weak units. I cannot fight them. What about this? Yeah, we got 1. It's a double, but it's not. If I had people from different, like another hex, like up here, I would probably fight that fight, but can't do it. There is the 3rd Panzer. HQ is in a pretty good spot. Attack this? No. If I could attack this with this, I would do it. They're so weak. Can anyone up here advance? No. Not in the direction that we want. Never mind. I'd like you to advance, but you can't. And you? Nah. It doesn't, there's no advantage of them moving up to there. Okay, we do have a bunch of 16th Army folks who could move. We did take that city. That's just a blocker unit right now. How many movement points do you have? If you could go into that, I would let you take it. And we're pretty much out of fuel here. Nobody's got any more movement points. I am going to move the headquarters up to there. It's a very intermediate layout here. Let's go look at the Finns before I forget about them. Okay, we are in a position where we could. Who's really weak here? These guys. Wait. Did I just... Nope. Okay, it didn't do anything with our concentric. I am going to try and knock this out. Now, I need to remember that... Okay, I moved it so that the Carillions could move in there if they truly wanted. Just these guys. Those are good 90... Yeah, 101. What do we got here? 204. And if we look, we've been near these guys long enough. We've got some intelligence about them. Most important thing here, I mean, readiness is great, but entrenchment. They're not that entrenched, actually. 100, 150, I'd be scared. I'm kind of tempted to attack right now with whatever I've got. I can't get there, but can. What do we got here? 396. Ooh, I want to fight that fight. I really wish I could spread it out a little more. What about you? Can I get you to go there and fight? No. Oh, so I could take massive casualties. Let me get this tank unit here. I don't know. Oh, yeah, they're not in the city. I kept thinking they were in the city. They're not. I'm going to do it because I want to kill some Finns, apparently. I mean, it worked. We lost a ton of guys, more than 5%, less than 10%. Let's call them 7. We did inflict double damage on the enemy. Should I have done it? I don't know. This is me kind of want to taking the fight to the enemy, right? I'm not saying it's the smartest, but I'm doing it. 158, yeah. So I'm gonna want to just back off with these guys pretty soon and just say, you know, call it a day. So you guys did good, and that's enough. We're right at the B line, so I can't do anything anyway as far as crossing the border. But I'm not disappointed with what's happened here. I really would like another unit over here. What do we got here? Now remember, the key is to, I'm trying to, unfortunately it's already damaged, but block this guy off, lock him in there, and 34 and 96. It's not the best, is it? What if? I'm gonna get major penalties on this one, but I kind of need this to work, you know? Yeah, we lost 5% of our guys. It's not good to do that, by the way. Alright, and now we will destroy this. Just showing you it can be done. 7,500 people. Okay, so now we're gonna pretty much back off. What are we doing on that? Okay. Yeah, we'll get that unit out of there. We'll keep using this as a blocker and reinforce this as a strong point. And I think at this point we'll probably switch to neutral for the Finns. To just basic attack, whatever you call that, posture. Sustained, as opposed to blitzkrieg. How are we doing on... Okay, we got 92. So I'm going to get them into position, where I want them, and then I'm going to switch them over. And these guys I might switch over to defensive, because they're not going to attack anytime soon over the border. And they're just consuming fuel like crazy. Yeah, you weren't able to really go anywhere, were you? Okay. It bugs me that he's just trapped below the river line there. But we've got fourth. You know, remember in real life, right? The idea is you race forward with your panzers, do the encirclement, and then the regular infantry comes along and is the hammer, mops up. Oh boy, I hate the swamp. There's all kinds of Soviet units in here. I think what I want to do is come around, leave these guys, 6th Army, kind of here. I've never quite accomplished that. I've gotten very close, stretched them out along here, that 6th Army, and then have somebody come over here and connect up with the infantry in Army Group Center and cut off everyone in there. The problem is, I feel like real life is more flexible than the rules of this game, right? Like you can point a division in a particular direction and have them do something. You know, the game, you can't have them man by man like a search and rescue, you know, standing beside each other and walking relentlessly across this swamp. You could do that in real life, right? People would get hurt, but you could clear it out in a way that I don't think you can in this game. But I feel like if I can isolate them in supply and you know, those Soviet units hiding in there, we can somehow wipe them out later. I really don't like having to take Kyiv, but I must. Because it's got the rail line, right? So the rail goes whoop, up from Perskura and then down and over and on to Rostov, right? Your alternative, you don't really have an alternative. You know, you can get down to Odessa and then there's this little line here, but that's not, I don't know what that is, right? That's a road. I think it's a sealed road. It's not a train, and so we have a problem there. And I don't think the game, once again, the rules, right? I don't think the game works like, oh, well, we'll just truck everything from Odessa to Nikolaev and then push on with the rail with whatever we get on the other side here, right? Which would be fine. I would do that in real life, but I don't have the choice, you know, in this case. So I just noticed I didn't turn my virtual camera on, so I hope that I'm actually appearing in the bottom left. I think I am. I think my strategy here is to go down to the bottom southernmost unit and then, I don't know, let me try and isolate that cavalry. Yeah, see, by removing the German unit, the Romanians do better. Crush, kill, destroy. Wow. It hurts us. We got hurt there. That did not work out the way I wanted it to. Okay. I'll take that job. These are... Yeah, to totally cut this off and destroy it, I will do that. Alright, so we did destroy a division of their cavalry division. And I want this. I want that free move back towards, back into communication, right? Boy, this is rough. Is that border? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll move them back together. Another cavalry unit? Really? Okay. Let me get you across the line, and there you are. Yeah, there's a couple 11th Army guys in here that I want out. Alright, we'll get them across the river. And that's your 3rd Army. And they're just there blocking. right? As the 17th Army comes inexorably down this way, and they move back up. They probably could be taking that town right now, but early on in early playthroughs, I have my guys run up here, and the Soviets would just come and beat the tar out of us, and it wasn't a good day, you know. Let's get these across the river. Can we get to that issue? Okay. Alright. I don't think we need 2 full divisions over here. So I'm gonna move one. These little guys are just helpers. These smaller divisions right here are weaker. Just like these guys. They're helping kind of be the cork stoppering that area, but I don't think we need them both there. I really need to take that bridge there before they blow it. Oh, I just don't have the... Can you take that? You can. Okay, then I will do this. Okay. I wish I could get somebody across. Yeah, I feel like these Romanians should be taking care of these guys, right? I don't want the 11th Army focusing on this. I want them focusing on getting across here and taking Odessa. And to a lesser extent stopping any Soviets coming down from here. So we're about to lock these guys off here. The first thing I'm going to do is move my mountain units into the mountain. Get the Slovenes up. Slovaks? Slovenes? So there's enough units here, enough 6th Army units, that I feel comfortable taking these panzer units away. But not until I have to, because that costs fuel. So what's our priority here? How do we smash? I feel like the infantry can do it. I don't want light infantry. Heavy infantry. I want to do some compression. So 66 of them, so I want at least 120 of my guys. That's pretty good, 300. I want to minimize the amount of pain that I have. Alright, nothing lower than 0, right? In this game anyway. That's good. We've got a couple units in reserve if we need to plug. I have a funny feeling that we can take these guys out. I'm going to concentrate on using 17th Army units as much as I can. 108. Alright. Ugh. They do not like whatever that is. They did not like it. So I'll use that. Got one unit there. Did not like it. Can we compress? Let's compress. Yep. Once again, removing the unit. I'll take that off. Okay. I'll go with that. Once again, no damage to us. That guy's pretty fresh, so he'll do good. Okay, what about you? The light infantry will keep for blocking later. I am going to move headquarters up so that we're closer. This is a fresh unit as well. Over there. Any information? Entrenchment 200. Yeah. We might want to seal them off and, you know, do 2 turns here of... Definitely want you down there. That's the key in the lock. So now they are fully cut off. I guess they could run across. Let's see. No one can attack, huh? That's a problem. Can you attack here? No. Not enough. Okay. It's not good. That's not a fight I want to fight. Yeah. Alright, the reason I'm doing this, and it is exposing us to some damage, right, is I need to lock off somebody here because they could run across the river, technically. Can you attack still? Yeah. And now we've got something that I feel alright about. Oh, it didn't work. We didn't get hurt, but we did not dislodge them either. So that's a problem. How are we doing for fuel? Not as much as I would like. Okay. Where are the other Hungarians? There's another mobile unit of Hungarians. Maybe we get them later. Anybody else up there in the north? Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's 50-50. I'm not so sure. I have to do it though. I have to lock them off in some way. These are not units I want fighting. Yeah. All right. I mean, we did 7,500 in damage, and that's good. And we did lock them off from escaping. But now we've got these guys trapped in here. I feel like I made a misstep somehow earlier. I can go in there and block now. It's a game a family can enjoy. Okay, I'm going to compress this so there's a whole bunch of weak units in there. Yeah, we outnumber them a bit, but we're all mobile. Yeah, 19,000. Okay. Now, my question is about the city. Do we keep? Ooh. Ooh, we are so low. There's a couple of, yeah, I'll fight that fight. I don't know, we'll see whether I should have or not. Okay, that wasn't bad. I was worried their defenses were going to be so good, their entrenchment, that it was going to hurt us. But we lost, 800 and some vehicles. They lost 35,000 and a half, maybe more, 36,000. And a couple of headquarters, which is our job to destroy. That costs us nothing. You can move. Oh, just not in the direction I want you to, huh? Guys, really? Alright, I'll move there. I am not concerned about these units. We can plop a guy down across the river, block him off, and then squish him. Yeah, no. I need you to hold the line. Alright, we're gonna beat on this guy because we can get a good advantage. Break him. It didn't hurt us. Now what up here? Ah, boy, I hate this. This part here. I mean, they're telling me that the fuel supply is just fine. So we took out another little unit there. Extra unit up here. Okay, that advances the 6th Army. It closes the gap between 6th Army and 2nd Panzer Infantry. Really, just I get worried because, as you can see here, the supply chain starts getting bad as we get towards the swamp. Get in there. You can. Oh no. Oh, well. Didn't realize that we doubled them anyway. Yeah. There's something weird about them, like those units were out of their supply chain or something. Some weakness. Look at that, they're so weak. It has no HQ. That's because I killed it. What do we got? 73 versus 23. Yep. And so we're just doing damage now. It's not hurting us. We're able to advance a little. Oh, we're out of fuel. Alright, how are we doing with supply? We're good. We're still in communication range. Alright, so what we've done is we've just cleared the enemy out of this whole area. Taken LVOV. I don't want to advance the supply base until we get to Proskuro. It's kind of a waste to do it now. Although, as you can see, we're trucking, right, already. That's going to be about the extent that we want to do that. These numbers are the maximum, I think, of chits that you can have in that area, units, to handle it for supply. They just can't do any more right now. We've come up to touch these guys. Well, we got some units left in there who could do some damage, but not enough. Okay. Yeah, it's not unequal yet. I only want to fight when it's unfair. Okay. I don't know if I played my cards yet. Let's see. We've got our focus. We don't need to rest any divisions. We've got our artillery doing its thing. I don't need to resupply. I really don't need fuel. I could use some for some of these other units down in Army Group Center, but I don't, and South, but I don't care. I think we've done enough. I'm going to make sure that we've played our cards. Officer info. So it's not you. He's played his cards. 1st Panzer. So I think you play these at the beginning of the turn. I'm not going to play them. I'll play them next turn. Second Panzer, yeah. Need to remember about those because they seem to reset. All right, expanding Romanian oil fields. You all know I'm not even going to look at this, right? Anything that helps us expand it is good. We're going to demand it. And interesting, you know, the help over here, right? It can... so if we demand it after a 10-turn delay, we'd get 1,200. It's not a lot. It's something. But it's going to hurt their feelings, right? If we request it, we get 1,000. 800, yeah. So, there are options. So 800 for 5 points. But 50% of a good outcome. And it's the same as this. So I'm going to ask. I'm going to suggest. We'll see what happens. Yep. Okay. Good. I got lucky. And I didn't piss them off. So, yay. All right. Tire shortage. This is always one you go to first, right? We got to keep those trucks going. The gross transport. So the motor pool. Truck tires in the east are wearing out because the roads are not very good. So I don't want to ignore it because I said don't bother me about tires, 75% of the bad outcome. I'm going to go to Army Group Center. It's always troublesome and it annoys. Yeah, whatever. We're talking small percentages, right? All right, division commentation. Somebody did good. I want you to award them, and that's going to give us bonus points in fighting with them. And Von Buck's like, I've already said it. Don't even freaking argue with me. I'm going to support it. It's expensive to do it right now. 6 points is a lot. Okay, we're not going to relocate supply bases right now. Is not worth it. Remember, when you relocate a supply base, it's like 8 to 12 days, so 2 or 3 turns of no fuel running, and that's good if you pair it with like a pause for the army as well, right? For rest and refit, which I admit I'm 50-50 on, right? Like I'm not that good at doing that. I should think it through more. Let's see two security divisions. Yeah, so-and-so's a cousin with so-and-so, and I don't really care about... Okay, so we're going to do the opposite of what we did in the northern two things and switch over. Von Rundstedt's really upset now. Whatever, dude. Rail infrastructure. Put it back together. It's going to ignore. Oh, Brokich is just furious now. Train guy loves me. But do you want to fight a war or not? Okay. So these come up fairly often. The truck guy and the train guy are not doing what they're doing right. So should I call a meeting? 55% chance of a bad outcome. That means we need to roll low. Asking one of them to cooperate has a good chance of working. Telling our boss to deal with it, not good. I'm going to back out just to look real quick at the relationships, okay? So asking the truck guy to do something is not going to be good for us, right? He's neutral. Why are we not highlighting? Huh. Sometimes this game. So it's Gurkha who's in charge of the trains, I think. Yes? Yes. And he's the one we've got more political sway with. So I'm going to ask him to do it. He's like, what? It's not me, dude. And we rolled low. So Oh, if we rolled underneath 30, I guess it would have been a problem. So that knocked him down, but it also helped us with the truck guy. I'd rather have 2 good relationships than 1 good one and 1 bad one. Okay, so that's the bunch. We looked at that last turn. I think we're done. There's no new units yet to bring in. We've looked at our stats. I'm gonna hit advance and hope that I didn't miss anything. Because it's 7:30 almost in the morning here, and I gotta get ready to do my job, you know? Yeah, another recent interview I did on my show is with Paul Rolkins, who's a high performance culture expert over in Holland, and I've known him for a bunch of years. He's been on my show a couple times. This time we had a discussion about managing smart people, which is not as easy as you might think because they're opinionated and they're often right. And then you're in there and you're like, well, I can never get as much subject matter knowledge as you guys, so what am I going to do to help? I don't think they fought us anywhere. We can check, but that might be interesting to check out. Yeah, that's what you want to be doing, you know, is being on horseback when you're fighting a war. Oh, Army Group South, we haven't decided who has command focus. Oh, that's surprising. Let me make a note of that to myself. AGS command focus. Okay. That sound of the African wildebeest in pain is the sound of Jason seeing that mud. It has rained all through the entire area. Not happy. Not happy. Look at the daily logs. Okay, so we've got mechanical failures for one of our panzer divisions. We can start getting tactical air support now because we've gone past that 8-day Luftwaffe bombing campaign. The Finns are not agreeing to go beyond the border. The construction battalions have converted 60 kilometers of rail to German gauge. I wish it would tell us in miles, because even though I should, I really don't know what a kilometer is. You know, I don't have a sense of that. We have a, it's not the Poles, it's the police division. It's been deployed to the 4th Panzer Group, I believe. We need to use our cards at the beginning. 90 kilometers of conversion in the north, or in the center, I mean. Okay. Uh-oh. 1st Panzer Group has lost its focus because von Rundstedt's mad at me. Okay, so I need to go through all that stuff. Uh-oh. This is not good. The Führer takes an interest in the day-to-day operation of 1st Panzer. That means it loses action points. And why our pop-ups are not working on this occasion, I don't know. Slower conversion in the south. The partisan is up. So switching to security is important. Okay, so I got it wrong in the top 2. We're gonna get a new Panzer Group in the south pretty soon. Marked for withdrawal. Looks like we got a couple other mountain divisions. Interesting. Oh, there are the Hungarians. No, we still have not got the Hungarian Motors division out there. So we got some points. LVOV was a big win. Stupid. Chief of Staff. So, I mean, it tells you, you know, hey, there's a whole bunch of formations out there. You've seen. Performance evaluation. Yeah, this is random, basically, how well the dice roll. Okay, our strategic score is starting to go up. It starts at 3. What are you gonna do? You know, you can't show that off at the beginning, right? So we're doing good. This is again random. I thought it was doing better than that with that oil thing. I need to look at this. Next turn. 9 decisions. Okay, so we got 114 political points, but those are going to get chewed up real fast. Loss assessment, 10,800 in the last 4 days. It's not terrible. There's the battle reports. I do not, yeah, I don't, they did not counterattack in the north. There's von Bock saying something good should be happening. Yep, no counterattacks. They're just retreating, huh? Oh, we did a lot in the south. Huh? My alarm went off. Von Rinsted reports that Oven's division captured a patrol. Wow, that's weird, and I wish I could get the pop-up for that, because that might have an impact on how they feel about themselves. Or making them angry. it's unusual. Panzer Group. We're going to look at the logistics and some of the stats before we get out of here. Okay, so a little bit of fuel, a trickle of fuel. That's 1,000, so not much. We're not going to be able to do much in the north with the Panzer Group. In the south, or in the center, we've got some. That's good. 10,000 almost. And not too much, a little bit in the south. So in the center, but we've got 2 groups there to deal with, right? So it's rough. That's interesting. How are the truck columns doing? We're starting to see minuses now. Maintenance, awaiting repair, losses. We didn't lose any. That's good. So what's available once we've gotten the artillery and infantry use? No, we're not relocating anything yet. So we're starting to get some interesting statistics here. Who's the most hired? These are not high numbers, right? They're very low. When they get to the 20s, I start to get worried. Breakdowns. Yeah, I don't care about relationships and stuff like that. But anyway, I wanted you to see those. Our statistics. How are we doing with the murders? The Soviet Union, we have knocked out, what is that, 400,000 maybe? Something like that? 300 and something thousand? And our forces are actually pretty stable. We haven't lost too many. Remember, we lost 10,000 on the report. Fuel. And I mean, this makes sense, right? The war starts, you have a big stockpile. It keeps dropping, though, and that's a problem. We're going to have to do something about that. The trains are still running. The truck columns are all right. The Luftwaffe is okay. Our partisan activity is going up. I think I did something in the south, so we should see whether something happens or not. Yeah. See, this reminds me of a squid, right? The tentacles coming out behind it. That last time. But our weather just got nailed. I don't know. It's not saying that it's rain, but there's heavy rain in the south, rain, drizzle. So not so much in the north, but it has happened because there's mud everywhere. And so infantry can walk through that, tanks can go through it, but the mobile truck divisions are going to have a tough time. So All right, well, let's save this. I think it's turn 4. We'll see. I guess if you count the pre-turn, maybe this is turn 3. I might fix that. We'll see. All right. Well, I hope that was interesting to you. I'll catch up with you later. Thanks for watching.